And we're live. Whew.
Hi everybody, can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah? Everybody down the beach can hear me. Good to see you all. Who brought the sun with them today? I think you all did. Definitely. As they say, without further ado, will you all please stand for the arrival of the bride? Good afternoon, everybody. It's good to see you all. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all here today on behalf of Aoife and Gary on this very happy occasion as we celebrate their marriage. Now, my name is Billy Hutchinson. I'm a celebrant accredited by the Humanist Association of Ireland and a registered solemniser of marriages. and I was delighted to be asked to assist Aoife and Gary with their ceremony today. They put a lot of work into it. But they were keen that their wedding ceremony would be one that would be appropriate for them, while being at the same time a personal and a memorable day for everyone here. Above all, they wanted all of you to feel very much part of this joyous occasion. The vows that Aoife and Gary will exchange here this afternoon in the presence of those they love and those whose friendship they enjoy and they value, this will demonstrate their love and their commitment now and for the future. So as we said, they've chosen a humanist wedding ceremony. I just want to explain a little bit about what humanism is for those of you who might like to know. Well, humanists believe that every society needs a moral code if people are to live together in harmony, and that morality comes from within ourselves. It is about unselfishness and kindness and consideration towards others. It's about accepting responsibility for our own lives, whilst recognising our responsibility to the whole world. So humanism is a philosophy, an ethical life stance that focuses on human values. It's about taking responsibility and treating others with respect. It's the belief that people can, through personal commitment, rational discussion, and collective effort, achieve a thoughtful, more open world. I want to briefly draw your attention to the candle that's on the table here. It was lit by Noreen as she came out. Today we not only celebrate the union of Aoife and Gary, but we also would like to honour a highly important person without whom the ceremony, of course, would not be happening. So this candle symbolises the memory of Gary's father, John, and other members of the Lenihan and Collins families who have passed. The memory of their lives and all that they mean to Gary and Aoife are very much here today. So we acknowledge that for a brief moment. Aoife and Gary, you tell me you've been together now for 15 years? Okay. And becoming a couple on the 16th of July. Hey, that's today. Oh, 2006. Brilliant. I wasn't on this beach, was it, by any chance? No. The vows that Aoife and Gary will exchange here this afternoon in the presence of those they love and those whose friendship they enjoy and they value. It's going to demonstrate their love and commitment into the future. And many of you here today have a special relationship with one or with both of them. And your presence here this afternoon, it adds significance to this ceremony. It adds support to their marriage. During our ceremony today, we're going to have some readings as well. And I'd love to invite up our first reader. This is Gary and Aoife's friend, Paul.
We'll call it by some better name, by Thomas More. We'll call it by some better name, for friendship sounds too cold. My love was now a worldly fame, whose shrine must be of gold. That burns over all these seas, a while as warm will set the soup, and call it none peace. Imagine something pure or far, more free from stain of clay, than friendship, love, or passion are, yet human still as they. And if thy lip for love like this, no mortal word can frame. Go ask the angels what it is, and call it by that name.
I'm short. Sorry, Paul. Aoife and Gary are incorporating, and thank you by the way, Paul, that's lovely. They're incorporating a hand fastening ceremony into their ceremony today.
Leave it in the bag, Sorry, Millie.
I didn't see anything. This is a declaration of intent where bride and groom clearly state that they are marrying of their own free will. In hand fastening, the binding of the hands symbolise the binding of lives and hearts in trust and in love. So Aoife and Gary, will you please stand? So we need some help with this, and I believe we're going to call on Michael and Aoife.
Yes? What do you want? Am I alright here?
Yeah, I'm comfortable.
These are the hands of your best friend, young and strong, and full of love for you, that are holding yours on your wedding day, as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, and forever. These are the hands that will work alongside yours, as together you build your future. These are the hands that will passionately love you and cherish you through the years, and with the slightest touch will comfort you like no other. These are the hands that will hold you when fear or grief fills your mind. These are the hands that will countless times wipe the tears from your eyes, tears of sorrow and tears of joy. These are the hands that will help you to hold your family as one. These are the hands that will give you strength when you need it. And lastly, these are the hands that, even when aged, will still be reaching for yours, still giving you the same unspoken tenderness with just a touch. Thank you, Emma. Emma Langford behind me. Backed by Hannah. So one knot is tied. Today, as we've said, is a day full of joy and happiness, and sun and sand. But as we all know, there is, of course, a side to marriage, so I'm going to say a few words now to reflect this. Marriage is first and foremost a celebration of the love which two people share. It is a major and a significant event in their lives and in the lives of those close to them. Out of the routine of everyday life, something extraordinary has happened. It joins two people who trust the love that they found. It is a partnership in which each can grow and be their true self while sharing in the development of the other. And true love is not the first flaring up of the fire, new and bright and spectacular though that is, but it is the careful tending that gives warmth and comfort over the longest time. Marriage is a statement made by a couple to those around them of what they know. That they have found such love and friendship and support that they wish to share for the rest of their lives. What really matters on an occasion like this, when a couple have decided to join their lives, is that they have absolute certainty that they are right for each other. And they must be sure that their feelings will be lasting and not fleeting. And they must also have thought about the future that stretches before them, and of course all the demands that it will make on them. Aoife and Gary have thought about these things, and they fully understand what is required of them as individuals and as a couple, if this commitment is to last in the way that they wish. They know that they can pledge themselves to each other with certainty and confidence and love. Aoife and Gary, you've known each other now for a number of years. We've already mentioned that. But today brings a new formality to your relationship. And your life together will continue to make demands on you both. You will need strength and patience to cope with emotional and physical adversity, enduring trust and faithfulness, the selflessness to acknowledge the needs and the interests of the other, and the self-awareness to recognize your own feelings and the willingness to tackle them. And over the years ahead together, you will face challenges, and life will have highs and lows. That is why the delights, the adventure, the anticipation of being with each other must always be there, along with the happiness that is founded on growing a deepening respect and love. So it's time for another reading. I believe Gary's sister Chloe is going to do this for us. This time I'll get the mic height correct, I hope.
These I can promise by Mark Twain. I cannot promise you a life of sunshine. I cannot promise riches, wealth, or gold. I cannot promise you an easy pathway that leads away from change or growing old. But I can promise all of my heart's devotion, a smile to chase away your tears of sorrow, a love that's ever true and ever growing, a hand to hold in yours through each tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Chloe. That poem leads us in to the most important part of today's ceremony, because this is when we will be asking Aoife and Gary to speak the words which in the presence of this company will seal their union. So Aoife and Gary, once again, will you please stand? Before we come to the main vows, I am legally required to ask Aoife and Gary if they know of any impediment to their marriage. So let's do that. Gary, do you know of any impediment to your marriage to Aoife?
I do not know of any impediment to my marriage to Aoife.
Aoife, do you know of any impediment to your marriage to Gary?
I do not know of any impediment to my marriage to Gary.
Thank you. Do you, Gary Collins, take Aoife Lenihan to be your wife, to share a relationship of love, tenderness and laughter, to confide in and trust above all others, to respect and stand by her in everything as an equal partner, but above all else to love and cherish her?
I do.
Do you, Aoife Lenihan, take Gary Collins to be your husband, to share a relationship of love, tenderness and laughter, to confide in and trust above all others, to respect and stand by him in everything as an equal partner, but above all else to love and cherish him?
I do.
Michael, we need the rings. For hundreds of years, lovers have exchanged rings as a token of their love. So now Aoife and Gary will follow in that tradition. Aoife's wedding ring is her granny's Mary's ring, who married Michael in 1942. Gary's wedding ring is crafted from his dad, John's ring, who married Noreen in 1984. How wonderful is that? So let these rings also be a sign that love is a circle of happiness, wonder, and delight. So Gary, please place the ring on Aoife's finger and repeat after me.
I, Gary, take you, Aoife, to be my wife, and with this ring I marry you, and join my life to yours.
Aoife, will you please place the ring on Gary's finger and repeat after me?
I, Aoife, take you, Gary, to be my husband. With this ring, I marry you and join my life to yours.
The wedding bands that Aoife and Gary have exchanged are a confirmation of the vows that they have made. Aoife and Gary will now be given a special gift of a coin used by Aoife's grandparents at their wedding. May it bring for you all the happiness and prosperity that it has to those before you. So Aoife's mother, Breda, has presented it to them. The coin symbolises the new couple sharing both their worldly possessions and their lives together. Beautiful. Thank you, Breda. Shortly, Aoife and Gary will be joined by their witnesses so that they can sign the register. We'll do that at the table there. And they will use a wooden pen that was hand-turned by Aoife's uncle Dennis. But for the moment, Aoife and Gary, you have freely consented to join your lives. You have pledged yourselves to each other by the exchanging of the rings. And in the presence of this company, I pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss.
As a Galilean boy, and he wondered what in heavens, who invented such a joy. But the question got the better of his scientific mind. Into his blind and dying day, he looked up high and often sighed and sometimes cried. Who put the rainbow in the sky? Who lights the stars at night? Who dreamt up someone so divine? Someone like you and made the night. Love can make you ask some funny questions now and then, but just remember the alternatives. For I remember when I was lonely and unhappy, and my lips were cold as ice. Then you kissed me, and good heavens, now I'm here in paradise. So if ever I'm not kissing you or looking in your eyes, I won't be blind and I won't cry. I look up high and gladly sigh and thank the God who put the rainbow in the sky. Who lights the stars at night? Who dreamt up someone so divine? Someone like you and made them know. Someone like you and made them chance of hardship boxes and instructions for dancing, and I love it when you read to me, and give me wedding rings. You ought to give me wedding rings.
The very wonderful Emma Langford with Hannah. Gorgeous, thank you so much. So we've now come to the end of this marriage ceremony. So take off your clothes, put your togs on, and we'll go for a swim. That's good. Wrong script, sorry. Eve and Gary have asked me to express their thanks and appreciation to everyone for being here today. Let today mark the beginning of a life together for Aoife and Gary that is full of perpetual love, friendship and trust. And Aoife and Gary, thank you so much for taking a chance on me. I really appreciate it. It was such a joy. Have a great day. So for the final reading to send off the ceremony, I want to ask Aoife and Gary's good friend Michelle.
A traditional Irish blessing. May the wind be always at your back, may the warm rays of sun fall upon your home, and may the hand of a friend always be near. May green be the grass you walk on, may blue be the skies above you, may pure be the joys that surround you, may true be the hearts that love you.
Thank you so much, Michelle. You all please stop. Let's see if we can get everybody on the beach clapping with us. It gives me great pleasure to present to you the married couple, Aoife and Gary.
Treat you like a father.
I'm not sure if they can hear you. But
Hello, everybody.
Do you think they can?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last minute live stream, but thank you all for popping by.
Whoever is there.
Whoever's there, thank you very much. And yeah, cheers.
We miss you and thanks for watching.
And we will see you all very shortly.
And roll on the 23rd of July 2022 for the party.
Absolutely.
Cheers. Thanks,
Cheers,
everybody.
guys.
Get a few shots.
Seen a bit
See you in a little bit, thank you.
Will I turn off?
Yeah, you can turn it off now, James. That's brilliant.
Congrats, guys. It was amazing.